Alright, welcome back for what is going to be a very long video because the game video itself, not even counting all the other stuff, is 49.5 minutes long, so this one's going to be pushing an hour, all things said and done. Uh, this one is a two-parter, as I mentioned in the last one. The first part is you are assaulting a, what do you want to call it? Arms ammo dump, arms depot, whatever you want to call it. It's not like just a building. You'll see it's a whole complex. Two lances, a mechs, all the other stuff. There are secondary things that I have learned over time not to waste your time going for because unless you're really fast, you can't get them anyway. So don't waste your time and effort. And the second part is you have to do an assault on something for the head of the house that you're liberating, who just coincidentally happens to have the code breaking things that you need for your computer on the Argo to be able to figure out what it is that is this mysterious information that it has. Um, the game doesn't even address it, and that goes well beyond coincidence, straight up contrivance. That's just bad writing, but whatever. When you got to move the plot forward, you got to do what you got to do. So anyway, without further ado, this one I don't for some reason have the intro briefing for it. I think I either, because I did this a while ago, I either didn't record it or I did record it and it was so glitchy that I just dumped it because you can't go back and do the briefings once you've done the missions. So I just didn't bother. So anyway, here we go. Starting into the two-part operation on Smithon, whatever you want to call it.
Command interface initiated.
Also, I should hopefully be doing less coughing today. I'm on medication now that is breaking it up a bit. Not quite so bad. Now you see that it says save the ammo crates if possible, destroy the garrison units, yada yada yada. There will also be other secondary missions that are going to pop up here that I have tried to do in the past, and I have never, with the equipment I have, been able to pull it off. It's just not fast enough, so I don't bother. Excuse me, this mission doesn't go exceptionally well, but not bad enough to be tempted to save scum it, so. This one's always rough. You got a lot of opposition on this one. Right there with the spider. He's only a light mech, relatively easy to knock out, but he is also working as a spotter for the enemy. So if you don't take him and that turret out quick, everything with missiles, turrets, and mechs that you go up against can lock on you and just pummel you from a distance, like just happened right now.
Damage minimal.
Still using, again, the
Waiting for orders.
heavy lance that I normally use in this.
Location confirmed.
Actually, your best bet, this is a mission that is very handy to use assault mechs in if you've got them, because you're up against not a lot with heavy firepower, but two full lances plus the turrets. They can really pile it on you quick if you get yourself in a bad position or RNGesus decides that he doesn't like you that day.
Waiting on you, Commander.
What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to move up to get into position where I can hit things as they advance on me without putting myself up too exposed to fire. However, as you see, they got enough stuff out there that can sensor lock you that you're kind of screwed. There's the secondary, one of them that comes up, is it wants you to take out those supply trucks before they can evacuate. As you'll see, once it moves, that supply truck moves faster than you can ever hope to catch up to, unless you just ignore everything else that's going on and go after that, in which case you're going to get blasted by the firepower of everything over there. So don't waste your time and effort. You get more than enough rewards out of this one without having to do all the secondaries. Let's see, watch. Yeah, he's moved quite a distance. It would take you 2 turns to where he is now to run any of your mechs up to get line of sight on him, by which point he will be advanced to his extract point, so just don't bother. It's a very badly set up mission, as far as that goes. I don't know why it even bothers with that.
Sensor lock on target.
Trying to get sensor lock on this locust so I can knock him out before he gets line of sight. After having said I wouldn't cough as much, here I go coughing. Stupid cold.
Ready for orders. Good to go. Uh-huh.
If I remember right, after this one I swap out her LRMs for some other weapons.
Sensors locked on.
Since her one LRM-15 really doesn't do all that much compared to what the other LRM boat is carrying.
Roger that. Now let's see how you handle this.
He didn't handle it very well, Decker. He didn't handle it well at all.
One less target.
Yeah, definitely. So you're already a quarter of the way through, but that's the little fast movers. The stuff that starts moving in on you, it's a little harder.
Damage minimal.
Yes, Commander.
I think, yeah, I flank with her.
Confirmed.
Another case of just an annoying distraction in one of these missions was those ammo trucks. Don't even bother with them. Pretend like they're not even there. Unfortunately, downside to this mission is there is a lot of stuff for the enemy team to process through, so the mission can take quite a while as it processes the turns. But it's still nothing compared to playing tabletop. This thing on a tabletop would probably be an entire weekend of play. So I love tabletop BattleTech, but it is not a fast-paced game. Come on. Yeah, that's another thing, is those vehicles take forever to process their move, even though all they're doing is driving up the road. I don't know why it takes so long. But you also run into that in this game when you've got a convoy escort or convoy attack mission. The vehicles take forever to process their turns.
Engaging target.
Munitions crate down.
Target building destroyed.
That should have killed that mech. I'm astonished it didn't. But you see, it did do quite a bit of damage to it. The ammo crates are optional in this.
What's up, boss?
I've never destroyed them all. Never really had to, but they are optional if you want to play that game.
Mech destroyed.
It's him down. You notice, too, this is a desert environment. The heat builds up a lot faster in this one than in the other missions I've run on here.
For orders.
And this one is nothing compared to the second part of this. So start getting into where you have to be really conscious of your heat in these missions.
Got it.
Which is why I made sure to take that fire starter out, which was the last mech I just destroyed, because the flamers on that thing will overheat and shut you down in this environment very quickly. Which leaves you open to targeted assaults from everything.
Armor
So
low.
What can I do for you?
I don't know if you've noticed playing this. I haven't mentioned it. When you
Got it.
knock over a mech or force it to shut down, you get to do a called shot without having to use the special called shot. So if you get shut down or knocked over by an enemy mech, everything on the other team can do a called shot on you, so you get absolutely ripped apart very, very quickly. Try at all costs to avoid getting shut down. And not only that, but if your heat gets high enough, you run the risk of triggering an internal ammunition explosion, which I have lost mechs to before being stupid. So
Damage minimal.
the autocannon ammo in the Annihilator is notorious for that when I play it. And now we take forever to process this crap again.
Enemy transport has escaped.
I don't care, shut up. Yeah, if I remember right, my Marauder takes one hell of a beating in this mission.
Engaging target.
In fact, if I remember right, my Marauder gets
Warning.
cored in this
Armor
mission.
breached. Internal damage. Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked up.
Copy that. Engaging with target.
What it is with that Griffin, you can't seem to hit him with a targeted shot all of a sudden. Yep, there it goes.
BattleTech down.
Thankfully, that is piloted by my quote-unquote hero character who can't be killed, so
Good to go.
it's going to take some time to heal him, but I don't have to worry about him dying on me.
Position confirmed. Acknowledged. Critical hit, Commander.
Another thing is, unfortunately, I can't move it up to show you, but a couple of the ammo crates that you can get a shot at if you get into position, if you take them out, you take out a couple of the turrets, too. So if you're running into an issue with
Got it.
the firepower of the turrets being a major problem, that's always an option.
Got it. Brought it down, Commander.
Nice sound design in this. I love the way that explosion just kind of rumbles off into the distance after everything's all said and done.
Damage minimal.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all of the mechs that are left right in front of us here. There's no more to come up. Once I take these guys out, the mission's done. But
Enemy
it's going to take a
transport
bit.
has escaped.
If I remember right, Behemoth gets injured in this one too. Could be wrong on who, but somebody else gets injured in this one. I have some serious repairs and hospital time to do before I get into the second part of this mission.
Damage is light.
But thankfully, the video skips over that for you.
Waiting for orders.
I do some editing of the mech loadouts before the next one, though. Things get a little bit different.
On for physical attack.
Boom!
They're fighting units down. Keep this up and the facility is ours.
What was I saying about ammo explosions? Both my Marauder and that Cicada have both gone down to ammo explosions. Not from the heat, but still, the heat can trigger them too. You see what they do. If I remember right, I split my fire on this one, which doesn't really do a lot. Yep.
Roger that. Target's taken a critical hit.
And then my Thor takes a beating. I think that's why I ended up going with SRMs on this one, or after this mission, is
Waiting for orders.
she always ends up having to close in because for whatever reason she doesn't do well long shots. So I think that was why I ended up doing that. Was
Firing on target.
she's got to close it anyway. Let's give her weapons that work up close.
It's go time.
Alright, that leaves just one half lance left. It looks like the Jenner and the Dragon. And of course, neither one of them is where I can take them out with a shot from the ammo crates, but whatever.
Minor damage, Commander. Orders.
Yes, Commander.
Not that the Dragon is an especially dangerous mech, but it is the heavy, so I think I try to take him out first and then finish off the Jenner. Also, for some reason in this game, I don't know if it's something with the design or if it's just sheer coincidence, the Dragon seems especially prone to headshots. I don't know why. From what I remember right of this video, yep, see, head hit. But from what I remember right of this video, the little glitches you're seeing here are nothing compared to one that's coming up that I couldn't edit out, even though I tried like hell to. As I said in the last one, I've just resigned myself to the fact that this program sucks and there's going to be glitches and just work around them. We'll say one thing for that Thunderbolt, it can take a beating.
Reporting structural damage.
You see, he's glowing red in the game here. That means his heat has reached critical level. If he were to get hit with a flamer, he would overheat and shut down, but I don't have anything with flamers right now, so.
Taking the shot.
Wonderful glitches.
Standing by. All weapons are go.
Excuse me. Especially later on when I get into the assault mechs, I very much like putting flamers on his melee weapons. Because some of the assault mechs especially really walk the line of running the razor's edge of overheat and shutting down when they use their weapons. So if you can hit them with a couple of shots from a flamer, you can make them pretty much useless. Same thing if you can get your hands on a heavy autocannon that has a lot of, what do you call it, stability damage to it. If you can knock a heavier assault mech on its back, it's the easiest way to take them out, because then, as I said, you get free called shots on them.
Let's get this done, folks.
Heat and stability are your two friends when taking over, or taking on bigger, badder mechs than what you've got.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Well, then finish him off before he can do more of it. I mean, you're Behemoth. You can do this. I mean, you just watched Glitch get injured, so... Last mech, and not even last mech standing. He's on his back. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Firing a full salvo.
Oh, are you kidding me? Both arms, both torsos, but not dead. Oh, Glitch, you get a chance to finish him off. He's the one what done did hurt you, so go ahead and finish him off.
On my way.
Yep. The last thing he saw was the foot of a thunderbolt coming down on his cockpit, so... Alright, now we get into the post-mission conversational
Mission
stuff.
successful.
I'll let that play. Other than maybe doing a little clarification on something if needed, I'll just let this play. And here we go with the ridiculous glitch, which if I remember it does this like 10 times. I tried cutting this out, it did it again. I cut it out, it did it again. So unless I'm going to not bother with these, I'm going to have to just deal with this going forward. For some reason, this OpenShot video editor does not like when it goes from one form of video to another. When it goes from like the mech lab to the battle or the battle to a briefing, it always gets a major glitch like this. I don't know why. This gets very, very annoying, but as I said, nothing I could do about it. I tried. First time I rendered this, I sliced out this glitch, got that length out, and it just, when I re-rendered it, it put the glitch right back in again. Tried rendering it a different way the second time, and it still did it. So, on the third video, I just said the hell with it. Deal with it. Oh. Romania is texting. Well, I can deal with that while you guys watch this. I gotta say, I'm with him on this one. He, calls her out pretty well for the fact that she's showing up acting like the avenging hero when for 3 years she's been off hiding while everybody else has been dealing with this. I gotta say, I would probably be in the same boat as him. And now she tries to kiss his ass. She had the potential to be a good character, but she's just so badly written. Everything with her is just so contrived. I can't stand it. Alright, so now if I remember right, I skip over all the crap I have to do between missions and just get right into the Newgrange. Yeah, here we go, right into the briefing for the second part. Now, as you'll see in this one, and I did it the first time because something didn't sit right with this with me. I go through and very much question going through the dialogue and the options on this one. It turns out this is a major turning point in the campaign, what they have you do here. There's no way around it. You have to do what happens in this. You can't get out of it. But it turns out, and you're not wrong for doing it. It just turns out to be what really starts to snowball things in this campaign. The intelligence you're going off is correct. It's just, it has some very unforeseen long-term consequences. You'll also see when I start this mission, and I'll say it ahead of time because it gets right into it when it starts. I don't want to be talking over the action while I'm doing it. This one, when you get into it, there are two different areas of turrets and mech deployment in it when you start off. Either one of them, if you go straight for one or the other, you're hit with flanking fire. So it's one of the few times when it actually benefits you to split your firepower as best you can. Thankfully, with the mechs, I'm using the LRM boat that I've got, the Archer, is able to take out turret generators quite well, so it shortens that. But if, say, you're going through without taking the time to repair and your missile boat is down, or you're somebody who doesn't like missiles and you've got to get in and fight more directly, this mission you have to be very, very careful not to get your ass hung out and ripped apart. When I go through, it doesn't look like it's all that much. I go through it pretty efficiently. That's just more lucky dice rolls on my part and a passable strategy to get through what it starts you off with. I have played this one with an assault mech being backed up by 3 heavies, and I've lost the assault in one of the heavies. It can go very badly. Oh, good. She'll be with us on comms. Just what I look forward to.
Command interface initiated.
There we go. And as you see, this is basically a Martian landscape, so you really have to watch your heat on this one.
Good hunting, Commander. I'll be running ops for you from here.
Oh, lucky me. And glitch, glitch, glitch. Notice I didn't change the loadout on the Warhammer or the Archer too much, but I believe I did on both the Marauder and the Thunderbolt now has the SRMs. I believe on the Marauder I changed the weapons loadout for this one too. I think I went with medium lasers and a couple of melee things. Yep. I went with medium lasers, flamers, and an LB5X. I kind of went with a Torian loadout on this one. Get in close and rip shit apart. And for those who don't know the BattleTech universe, an LBX autocannon is another autocannon. It does fire the fully automatic burst, but instead of solid like tank shots, it basically fires cluster munitions. Basically, it's a giant mech-sized shotgun, fully automatic. The idea being the clusters hit and do stability damage while sending target off the armor off the target. So rather than trying to punch through with the shots and do internal structure damage, what you're trying to do is sand the armor off and make the mech unstable on its feet so something else can finish it off. Also work very, very well against vehicles. They work good against infantry. Unfortunately, infantry is not in this game to highlight that, but they do work against infantry. And you see over here, yep, right off the bat, I'm able to get him into position. If you have a slower gunboat, it can take you a while to get it over there. But he's able to take those turrets right out, which removes that threat to my flank other than the mech that's over there. I do, however, still have the turrets on the other side that have line of sight on all 3 of my other mechs right now, so that is still a threat.
Engaging target.
Yeah, stupid glitches. Also in this, you see the swirling dust. Those function, as far as game mechanics, just like being in a clump of trees. It makes it harder for you to be hit. So in this map, or any map like this, if you can get into those little swirling dust devil things, they give you a little bit of cover, a little bit of safety. Not a lot, but enough to make a difference. Especially if you've got high evasive, it makes it that much harder to be hit. So running full speed into one of those to give your weapons a chance to cool off or something is usually not a bad idea.
Roger.
Ah, should have killed him.
Commander,
I need you to murder Decker. Murder that Wolverine for me, please.
got it.
Oh, come on. You failed me, Decker.
Reporting critical hit.
Yeah, not critical enough. And here come the turrets firing in, so.
Losing armor.
Yes, yes, you are losing armor. Good call. Alright, what do I do with him?
Engaging target. Enemy
Man,
net
he is not
critical
getting good
damage
dice rolls on
detected.
hits today.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Good to go. On my way. Take this.
And he's down.
Should have run when you had the chance.
Yes, he should have. Good call, Glitch.
Ready for orders. Putting my weight into it.
Nice thing, too, with this, the way the game mechanics are, if you do a melee hit and you have melee weapons like that, whatever you want to call them,
Acknowledged.
it counts as 2 attacks and takes 2 levels of evasive off. So you both get the physical attack and then the follow-up
Moving
weapon,
to position.
both take an evasive off. So you have a chance to completely expose him to further attacks.
Damage minimal.
And I can get tired of getting hit with these turrets, so...
Engaging target.
Generators down, Commander. That should take their turrets offline.
For some reason, that guy is just determined to go melee on
Waiting
the
on you,
Marauder.
Commander. Uh-huh.
Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.
Bang! You're dead. Receiving you.
And
On my way.
now I think I'm going for a rear arc here. Yep, get a rear arc shot.
Locking in.
Put everything right into his back armor.
Solid connection on that one.
Expose his delicious, delicious back meats.
Ready for orders.
And I can do the same with Decker. Ba-boom.
Tango down.
Yes, yes it is. Alright, now we get into the potential war crimes portion of this mission. Because those mechs were not the objective.
On it.
Those mechs were what was blocking you from getting to the objective. The objective is destroy this dropship that's sitting here. Which is registered as a civilian dropship, so by all rules of warfare and BattleTech should be an off-limits target. But,
You betcha.
it's not.
Engaging target.
Yes, yes, we get into this discussion. As I said, you're just a bystander to this. You have to do it. There's no alternative.
The Let's do what we came here for, Commander. Take that dropship out.
She's very good at sounding reluctant to do things.
Here we go. Target destroyed.
Oh, look at this. Oh, is that a heavy lance of Directorate kill pilots? Yeah, including Lady Espinosa with her K2 catapult, which I mentioned in the last go-round. Oh, yay. I do like that there's a little joke up ahead later on in the post mission where you get to mention the fact in a little mini fourth wall break almost that, boy, she talks an awful lot like a cartoon supervillain.
Heading out.
Which, yeah, she's not a very well-written character
Bracing for
either.
impact.
There's a lot of those in this game.
Moving out.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. That, at times in this, I'm surprised they don't have the characters just walk out and go, "Blah, I am evil," because that's basically what their dialogue consists of.
Engaging target.
I am Cartoon McVillington. I am here to bad thing, make hero look good.
Not much armor.
You know, it's
left
bad
in
when they make
application.
Boris and Natasha look competent.
Waiting for orders. Don't need to tell me twice. Waiting for orders. Firing on target.
You will not defeat us,
Twisted
I will break you.
Firestarter.
mercenary scum.
Yes, yes, yes. Continue reading off your cue cards of villainy. And then she just stands right over the fallen corpse of the fire starter.
Tear your mech in two.
How will you tear my mech in two when you have no hands, you weird, horrible person, you?
What's up, boss? Affirmative.
Yeah, they start hurting Behemoth pretty good, but if I remember right, she makes it through all right. And you see, once again, I am focusing my fire one mech at a time. Take one out before you move on to the next one. Reduce the
Enemy
firepower.
mech. Critical damage detected.
What can I do for you?
You can kill that Centurion for me. That would be nice.
All weapons
That'd be
on
super.
go.
No, but she did crit his AC 10, so that works.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
Yes, indeed he is.
Damage minimal.
Good to go. Acknowledged. Inflicted some heavy damage.
Excuse me. I turned off my humidifier and fan to cut down on the background noise, and now my throat's getting a little dry. Wonderful cold.
That shot got past my armor.
It's alright. She's getting close to
Good to
overheating.
go.
No, I don't think you will.
Hostile eliminated.
She sounds very cool and collected for being piloting a mech that's about to overheat. She should be panting for air. I'm gonna make you suffer. Oh, just hold on a minute. I need to catch my breath. Yeah, that's basically what it should sound like.
All weapons.
And she's shut down.
Waiting on you, Commander. You betcha.
Yeah, basically, I just take her out of the fight so I can focus on something else without her hitting me. Because she'll have to power back up the next turn, which means she can't do an attack or move.
BattleTech power-up detected.
So she's effectively removed for a turn.
Orders.
Engage in fisticuffs.
Affirmative. Targeting for physical attack.
Standing by. Firing.
Something with this is, you notice I'm going for the dragon first, even though the catapult is by far the bigger threat. Again, go for the, remove the firepower. The dragon is a lot easier to knock out than the catapult. So take him off the field quick so you can focus on her. It may seem counterintuitive to not take out the heavy hitter first, but if you're focusing on her while she can take a hit after hit after hit, the other ones then have the opportunity to focus on you. So take out the support and then go for the brawler. I usually work my way up through the weight classes. I start with the lightest mech and then save the last one. Because the last one, the big mech, usually, yes, it has the firepower, but it also, as I said, will walk the razor's edge of overheating. So if you can keep it off balance, like you see, it's almost ready to overheat again.
Position
It can
confirmed.
take itself out of the fight while you're dealing with its support. Yeah, you'll take damage, but actually in the long run, you usually tend to come out with less damage in the end.
That hit something good.
Because one heavy mech does less damage than a light, a medium, and a heavy in support of it. Combined fire will do against you. So take them out, then focus on him. Or her in this case. Sometimes the dragon can take one hell of a beating. Sometimes it goes down to one shot. It's all in the random number generator. RNGesus. And I think we shut her down again. We're almost out of flamer fuel.
Engaging multiple targets.
Yeah, take him out
Kill you, mercenary.
and overheat her. That's how you do it. Yeah, she doesn't do a lot in this.
I hear ya.
If RNGesus is on her side, she can really fuck you up, but this time she didn't do much.
Got it.
It's all in what the dice decide.
Yeah. Critical hit.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Orders.
As I've said, this one looks relatively easy, even though it's going for a long time. I'm not really taking a lot of damage. It's all in what the dice rolls say. This could very easily have gone another way, so...
Scored a critical hit.
Yes, Commander.
I've also, off to the side, been running my pilots in a lot of secondary off-campaign missions to get their skills up. So they're getting to where their marksmanship and everything is getting into a pretty good level. They're much more reliable aim-wise now. I really can't wait until I get called shot mastery.
Committed.
Because then the Marauder with a maxed out pilot with called shot mastery gets basically like a 33% chance at a headshot, I think.
Coordinates.
It just becomes evil at that point. And evil is good. Evil is good. And ass is good. If you can get yourself a piece of evil ass.
I can
Woo! No, you can't. You're ejected from a flaming, overheated wreck. You can't win this. Bye-bye.
Mission successful.
Flaming wreckage of the dropship you destroyed with all the civilians you killed. And I don't know why they go with escape pods in this. Only some mechs have them in universe, but in this it's everything. It's odd. She should be an environmental suit, almost like a normal suit from Gundam, exposed to the atmosphere laying on the ground, but whatever. Your pathetic little army may have carried you this far. Yeah, she's ridiculous. Our glorious army. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good job protecting her, by the way. No, you won't. Spoiler alert. You talk like a cartoon villain. Has anyone ever told you that? This is another one with just long, drawn-out dialogue that's, again, really doesn't do anything to advance the story. It's just kind of to pad things out, but... The follow-up to this one, unfortunately, well, as you'll see at the end of this one, just because it's going to run out of video soon, it will say, it's working, the thing he gives us is working, but it's going really slowly. You have to get back to running missions and moving around and doing, your mercenary stuff. There is absolutely no warning when all of a sudden, after a mission, it will cut to, oh, it is finished decoding, this is what it says, blah, blah, blah. So I don't have that part on video because I was not going to run fraps for the entire game trying to catch it whenever it came up. So that bit I don't have. So to get ahead of ourselves here, because the next one I do will be going into that mission, so I might as well set it up now. What they're talking about is this being a Star League vintage ship with the computer core it has on it and everything else. What they end up unlocking is the access, computer codes, and location for what's known as a Castle Bryan, a Star League defense stockpile out in the periphery that will, as it turns out for you, give you access to Star League vintage, which is to say really, really good battle mechs and equipment for them. And that will also be a 2-part mission, so it will probably be a longer one like this one was, although I don't think quite as long, depending on, again, how the dice rolls go when I run that one. But that one gets very, very interesting, and I will have to do some explaining of lore and backstory for that one so that it makes sense. So that one will be a little bit longer in the making. This one, as you see, is all done. So there you go. There was your 2-part, your liberation and follow-up mission for Smithon, I will call it, I guess, just because it's weird. But there you go. You took out the arms depot. You captured all of that. You took out a civilian dropship, which, yes, it was carrying illicit things and being guarded by the military. But basically, that they might as well have called that the Lusitania, because as you see, that draws another power into the war. So things are about to get very, very interesting going forward from here. So as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for giving me the chance to play this and do a walkthrough with everybody on it. I know I'm far from the only one doing it, but as I said, I had some friends that wanted to see me play it as opposed to me referring them to watch somebody else play it. So there you go. Have a good one. Stay safe, and we will catch you next time. Later.